What's up, world? This your boy, Coach EV, aka EV the Geeker, and welcome to another edition of Talking Hoops in the SIP, the girls edition. And like every week, I am so excited. I'm more excited this week than any other week because we got more people on here, and it's just more than my big head co-host Eddie Young and my other guy Cordarius Jones. We have two awesome young ladies who play for Pontotoc. I think the Lady Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have their head coach. So we have Mississippi College signee 2021, Sky Vaughn. Hi, Sky. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
And then we have 2022, Samaya Brooks. I think Samaya was on the homecoming court. Was that true? Weren't you on the homecoming court? So you
Yes, sir.
and dress up a little taste. And then we have the man, the myth, the legend, the head coach, Mr. Coach Kyle Hurd. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good. Appreciate y'all having us.
All right, cool. And so I just want to say to all of you, GOG, get out of the geek early. You know, that's how we talk to people. And GOG means, I know y'all looking like, what does GOG mean? It means get out of the geek. You're geeking. Sky, you're geeking. You got your hand on your chin, you're geeking, and I'm just here. Coach, you're geeking, talking about appreciate for having you. And then somebody, you're geeking, just sitting there like, well, I don't know what geeking means. I'm just here, you know. And then Eddie, you definitely are geeking because you think, you write notes, and I mean, you just got a little smirk on your face. And then Court, I don't know what you were thinking. I mean, I didn't send you the link, and you never text me and said, Coach, I don't have the link. So everybody's geeking. So anyway, welcome. I'm excited about having you guys on here. And we're going to jump right in. The Pontotoc Lady Warriors, one of the top teams in 4A this year, looking to go down and maybe win a state championship. I think there's a lot of talent there. So we just keep it real on here, Coach. You know, the pressure is on. We expecting you to win a state championship, period. That's just what we doing. We ain't expecting you to finish second. Now, the next 4A team I have on here too, I'm expecting them to win the championship too. So, but just it's your turn tonight. So, Coach, tell us a little bit. We'll start with you, and then I know Eddie will jump in and ask some questions. But we'll start with you, Coach. Tell us a little bit. Give us your record right now, and tell us a little bit about the team and where you are this part of the season.
All right. We're 9-4 right now. Not exactly how we envision the season going exactly to this point, which we are, we're starting to hit our stride a little bit now. We had a couple minor setbacks, games that we didn't quite perform like we thought we should have performed, because we've got, they were lofty expectations for us coming in, and we have those same expectations for ourselves. And we schedule tough. We played some tough competition thus far. And we have we haven't brought it every single night, and that's come back to bite us a couple times. We're coming off a big win Friday night. We went 2-2 below, down 10, fourth quarter, and we came back and won it at the end. And really feel like after that it may be we've finally shown the progress that we were looking for. We lost coming from the last 2 years. I had a top 8 that we knew what the top 8 was every single night. We knew our rotations every single night. We lost 4 of those players last year. And so we knew we were going to have a few new faces getting in the rotation. And, the summer was a little setback. We thought we could have learned a lot of things in the summer, but we really had to figure it out on the fly. And, at this point, we're finally getting the rotation going how we want to. We're finally understanding, what we all expect from each other. And at this point, I'm expecting some big things moving forward. We got Starkville coming up next week. In a couple of weeks, we got Holmes County Central, which are 4 losses. We got beat by Hernando. We got beat by Olive Branch, Columbus, and Tishomingo County. Were our 4 losses. And I feel like we should have won a couple of those games. Didn't get it done, but that's why we play the game.
What do you have to say to Cordarius Jones? Seemed like you were making a statement there. It just seemed like I heard between the lines. I felt like you had something to say to Cordarius Jones and you guys beating Tupelo, because we know Coach Jones said that Tupelo, he felt, and it wasn't, and here we do on the show, we have a lot of fun, but Coach was like, Tupelo is the team to beat, and then you guys went in there and popped them. Do you have anything to say to Coach Jones right now? I just was curious.
No, not necessarily. The thing about the Pontotoc Tupelo game is every single year, it really doesn't matter who's better than who. That's a big rivalry game for us. And I just think in big rivalry games, you can throw it all out the window. You know, we had some people really step up big, which Tupelo's a great team. I mean, they let us 10 the whole game. We slipped up and got it done at the end, which I'm extremely proud of. But I know Cordarius has a couple girls on that team and great players. You can't deny what Florence and Traylor are. I mean, they're great players. I'm just proud we got it done.
Cord, you want to just jump in there, Cord, on that one? Did you see? Did you?
Actually, I said 6A was gonna win. Tupelo was gonna win 6A. But they the best team. I feel like they was the best team, talent top and bottom, going from 1 through 10, pound for pound. But anybody can get beat, and everybody has shown that they can get beat this year. So, hey, you got my mouth closed for a couple weeks. That's fine.
We now what we gotta do, Cord. If we can get Eddie Young's mouth closed, he's just waiting, man. You can see him like he's just waiting like a tiger to pounce on us. Real quick though, let's start with you, Sky, as the senior. Let's just deal with that Tupelo game for a quick second. Down 10. Tell me, as a senior, what did you do? And I know I caught you. I don't know if this was. What did you do? Like, did you think you were going to win that game? Did you, or were you like kind of like, oh, man, I don't know if we can win this one?
I knew we could win it. Usually in games like that, we just give up and just stop playing, but we kept going and had a few people step up as leaders. Our point guard, myself, had to tell each other, hey, this ain't over. We can't let them beat them. We done beat them 2 years in a row. One out of third time, like that.
What about you, Samaya? Talk to us. Take us through that 10-point down game, and you were there. What was going through your head?
I felt like the energy was there. They had been there all day during practice. When we first arrived to the gym, so I knew that we could win, and like I said, everybody's demeanor that day was good. So everybody did step up that night and showed that they could be leaders.
Okay. We'll switch. Well, that's good. That was a big time win. You said, Coach, you said Hernando, Tishmingo, and who else were the other 2 losses?
Columbus, Olive Branch.
Columbus and Olive Branch. And you know what? When I look at that list, although I haven't been up north much, those are not bad losses at all. I mean, you have played. As a coach of 28 years myself, you don't want to lose, at all, but you can look back. We've all looked at a schedule and said, here's some teams that could give us trouble. And all of those right there, me knowing just a little bit, those, I would agree with you. Those aren't bad losses there per se.
Yeah, we needed to early on, with a few new players getting out there that hadn't been out there. We really needed to just test everybody and throw them to the wolves and, learn a lot about ourselves. I think we could schedule lighter and, not get tested like this and not learn a lot about ourselves. And later on, I think it would come back to bite us in some big games that we need to win, so I just don't think to this point in the year, anybody can show us something we haven't seen from a good team. Now, more teams may beat us, that's very possible. But I don't see anybody able to show us a press like Olive Branch showed us and, show us a pack line style defense like some teams have showed us. And 2-3 zone, nobody's got a zone like Coach Harrison over at Columbus. She's great at it. And, so we've seen a little bit of everything, hopefully to prepare us for whatever we can possibly see down the road.
Well, I can tell you this. I saw Starkville play, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the game when they played Brandon yesterday. That I'm looking for. I can tell you that's going to be a good one that you guys right there. We'll shift over to Eddie Young. Eddie, you want to have ask some questions and and take over from right now.
Okay. Appreciate you, Coach Hurd, Sky Vaughn, and Samaya for joining our podcast tonight on such a short notice. I'm gonna start with a question for you, Sky. Uh, let's see what we had here. Talking about opponents and stuff like that. I know you're a senior, so you've had an opportunity to play with some really good players. But who is somebody that maybe stood out as an opponent that you've played against that's probably one of your better opponents, whether it be AAU or high school or something like that?
We played North Delta a month ago. Allie Alford. She was really tough to guard. She could shoot it anywhere and drive it. She made shots that I've never seen anybody make in my life. Just, I'm all under her. She was making them. She had to be the hardest opponent this year that I've had to guard.
Okay. So let me ask you this: did Coach Hurd give you the assignment of guarding her one-on-one, or did he slide some help your way, or how did that work?
I guarded her, and then he switched me and our point guard Allie. So
Okay. Yeah, because Allie Beckley is quick, man. She can get up in there pretty good, and I definitely can understand. Allie Alford is one of the best scorers in the state. So what was her game total? How many points did she finish with you? Do you remember?
I'm not sure. It was 20 something. It was in the 20s.
29, but I think she was about 20 when Sky exited the game.
I got you. Good deal. Well, Sky, again, we're so glad to have you on the show. I know you're going to do great things for Coach Long and that staff at Mississippi College. They got a diamond in the rough. I've enjoyed watching you blossom over the past couple of years and stuff, and I think that you're definitely going to be a big time player for them at the next level. Shifting to my girl Samaya Brooks. How you doing, Samaya?
I'm good.
Good. Let's talk about you being selected on the Dandy Dozen list. I know that you write out a couple of goals throughout the year, and I know that was a big goal of yours. And so you made the Dandy Dozen list this year. Let's talk about that and then some other personal accomplishments. I know that you're a team player, but let's talk about maybe some personal accomplishments that you like to achieve, and then some team goals that you may have for yourself.
Well, talking about the Dandy Dozen, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect it at all. I didn't see it coming. I was truly blessed to be selected as a Dandy Dozen. All my coaching staff, everybody's coaches for over the years have helped me with that, so I'm grateful for that. And just for goals, I'll start off as a team. The only thing that I want to accomplish is getting a championship. I played high school ball for 4 years now, and it's slipped away from us a couple of times. But I think this year we can get it done with, everybody stepping up, being leaders, and Coach Hurd being a great coach. So I think that we can get it done this year.
Okay, cool. I got a question for Coach Hurd. A little bit unscripted, Coach. Cordarius probably is going to appreciate this. I don't know how much you've worked with him, but I'll just say this, World. I'll just talk about Coach Hurd's character as a person. I think he's one of the most stand-up guys. He has a high standard. He's been a pleasure to work with. Samaya, I'm gonna tell you why you made that Dandy Dozen, because he about stalked the Clarion Ledger, him and myself. So when you got a high school coach that's gonna stalk the press and IAU coach that's about half crazy, I'm just picking with you, Samaya. But now Coach Hurd is a big advocate for his players. You don't see a whole lot of high school coaches who beat the AAU guys to the college coaches. There's been times that I've reached out to kids like Didi, advocate for Didi Shepard, and I've reached out to the coach for college coaches, and Coach Hurd has already beat me to the party, man. So I'll say, Coach, I just know it's a good thing for us, and Cordarius can understand that, because you guys get a lot of backlash from high school coaches. Like we get a lot of high school coaches aren't as acceptable as you are for whatever reason, whether it be they intimidated, whether they feel like the AAU coaches don't have the kids' best interest, or whatever the case may be. So let's talk about why you're so receptive of your kids playing on the circuit, why you feel that to be important, and then just talk about the working relationship with not just myself, but the other AAU guys.
Right. Well, the thing is we got to do what's best for the kids all the time. I want my players to want to play for me. That's one thing that I really, I want them to look back over the years and know that I gave my best effort to try to help them accomplish their goals, whatever that may be. I know Cordarius, I got to know him a little bit over the phone. I've talked to you a lot. And a big thing with me is figuring out I can trust the AAU coaches, because there are some AAU coaches that are not as invested as the kids as you guys are. I know that I've tried to send, I've talked to some kids about sending to Cordarius to play for his teams. And, at times the rides didn't work out or something like this, but I was all for them going to play for him, as well as you. I've sent you, tried to help encourage a couple of kids to come your way. And that's all about the relationship. I know, from different times I've texted Cordarius this year and said, hey, tell me about this team, and he'll throw me a name or two out there. And, it's important to have those relationships. But my why behind why I spend all that time is, I want to win a gold ball, for our program, for our school, for our community. For myself as a personal goal, I want a gold ball. That's just kind of, it's always drove me from as a player up to now. I want a gold ball. But at the same time, I think right after a gold ball, helping a kid, get the education they need to have a successful future. That's probably more valuable to the kid in the long run. The gold ball, that's going to kind of be a great memory over time. But, when it comes down to it, you getting a 4-year degree and being able to get a job, because, there are some kids that don't really get in the AAU circuit, whether, could be parents, could be, a lot of different reasons they don't get in it, because Memphis or Jackson, neither one is just a close drive from Pontotoc. And, that's why I think the kids that don't get involved are the ones I got to really put an effort on to try to help them see an opportunity. Sky could tell you this. I told Sky coming into this year, I said, Sky, tell me what you want to do, where you want to end up, and I'll do everything in my power to help you make that happen. And, she told me, she said, I want to play 4-year basketball and I'd like to stay in Mississippi. And, Sky's very realistic about her ability. She's a 4-year basketball player. But Sky's not an easy sell because she's such a teammate. Sky's okay if Tuesday night she scores 2 points and we win the game. She doesn't care one bit. But then when it comes down to it against Tupelo, we got in a funk. And, Sky reeled off 10 points in a row, and she had 20 for the game and was a major reason why we beat Tupelo. Guarded one of their best players all night long. And so, I got to get coaches on the phone to really sell Sky to them. And, I think Coach Long is getting a great one there, and we're going to spend the same time. I know me and you are going to spend the same time on Samaya, as well as I have had to for other kids. While we're on this, I got a senior that I'm starting to try to pedal out at the moment, Michaela Boyd. She's our shooter that stepped into Diddy's role. And she put the two. We needed a little boost against Tupelo. We were still down 7, I think. And I ran one of our plays to get a 3, and Michaela came off the double screen and drilled it. We tied the game up. One possession later, she comes down and hits the one that gives us the lead that led to the win. So I'm on the way to trying to beat down some doors and, put her film in front of some people's eyes to see if we can't, shake something out for her too.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, I truly endorse her. I got a chance to watch that game. Tupelo had one of the best live streams I've seen this year, man. I don't know who does their live stream, but my goodness, they have a tremendous live stream. And I got a chance to watch that. And that shot that you're talking about, both of them, but the one that she shot, the second 3-pointer, man, she shot that like she knew it was going in. Like she shot that with so much confidence. And she is one of the better shooters in the state. There's no doubt about it.
What told me she's a player is when we tipped that game off, Haley Traylor was face guarding her on the wing. And when Haley Traylor guards somebody, that tells me they're a player. And that's what, at that moment, I had to tell her, I said, hey, be patient. They're not going to come easy tonight. Wait for your shot. And she shot 3 shots all night, and 2 of them were ones that really made us win that ball game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Cordarius, I know you're up north. How many times have you seen Pontotoc play this year? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I
only seen them 2 times.
Who did you see them play?
Seen them play Hernando and Tupelo recently.
Okay. talk to us, maybe from an analyst standpoint, so they can get some feedback. Tell me your thoughts on Pontotoc team. I'm putting you on the spot, but just tell me your honest, your thoughts on them and take me through their team a little bit, because I think it's important as even Sky and Samaya go to the next level, and even Coach Hurd understand. I think you guys understand this, but the media and different people always gonna have opinions of you, and so sometimes it's good to hear them and see what you can learn from them. And even if you don't agree, a lot of times what we have to understand is when people have a different opinion of it, it doesn't mean that they dislike you. Disagreement does not mean dislike. It just means we agree to disagree. We have a different opinion about it. So, Court, talk to me a little bit about, because I know you've spoken highly of them. To me, tell me some of your thoughts when you look at their team.
I mean, I think basically they done played one of the toughest schedules that you can see up here in the north. The first game I seen them play, they was without Brooks. So I mean, that wasn't a real assessment of how their team was gonna look. But I would like to see Sky be more aggressive in the offensive play sometimes. I don't know if this is what Coach Hurd is wanting her to do all the time. So because she said she's a teammate, but by me looking, I would want her to be a more aggressive in the offensive flow of the game sometimes. Just handling it. It's just like sometimes the team y'all look like probably the best team in the state. Then sometimes you can go from looking like one of them middle waves of the team because the talent is there. Middleton, she's a heck of a player. She get going and bullying, pushing people around. I seen the little tussle she had with with Smith, Zakir, we call her Loopy. And them two tough players right there. I seen at the first game. And I heard about the Olive Branch game, but see, Olive Branch one of them teams where I think they just caught a lot of people by surprise this year. But the Tupelo game, it was one of them games where I thought that Tupelo had control of the game until like that 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Y'all kind of just took off from there, and it just was like, how did they come back so quick? And y'all tied it up, and you talking about the boy girl hit the three? I think what is a corner three or something? That blew the game out right there. But I think it's just a biggest flow and COVID. I think Samaya, she been out a couple games too with this COVID stuff. So I think it's more so that with Pontotoc, they'll get rolling.
Okay. Switching back to you, Sky. Talk to us a little bit, but you did sign with Mississippi College, and again, congratulations for that. Talk to us, take us through the recruiting process. Why Mississippi College? I happen to know some things about them, but I just want to know what your thoughts are.
First, I like to thank Coach Hurd for putting me out there like that. And as Zaki said, I told him exactly what I wanted, and he got it for me. But when I went to visit Mississippi College, I felt like, as soon as I got there, I felt like this is it. This is where I want to go. I feel like they want me the most. They show me the most attention from a college. And the offense they run is like a 5-out type offense. Drive and kick, and that's what I really like to do. Drive, shoot layups, or kick it out to the shooters. That's pretty much it.
At the next level, what do you see yourself as? Are you 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12? Which one are you?
I'm not really sure.
Do you like handling the ball? Like, what do you feel your best? Like handling the basketball, shooting it.
I'd rather be
facilitating.
I'd rather be off the ball.
Okay. All right.
Point guard. I mean, I'll handle the ball, but it's not really what I really want to do. If I'm handling the ball, don't give me. More likely, I'm gonna pass it than drive, which is I want to drive to the basket, stuff like that.
Okay. Do you always? I'm just curious. You're in a chair that obviously swings, and it's like you're going back and forth. You're taking us on a cruise, like back and forth, back. I was just curious. Do you normally do that?
Can't be still.
Oh, okay, cool. Coach, talk to us a little bit about Sky. What do you see her translating at the next level at Mississippi College?
Well, first I want to say something about what Sky said. I didn't get Sky anything. I put film, a phone call in Coach Long. I called Coach Long, called Coach Profit, put film in front of their eyes. I can put stuff in front of coaches, but if you're not performing, there ain't nothing I can do for you. So, a Mississippi college signing has very little to do with me because Coach Long is the type guy, he's not taking somebody that can't play. So I want to clear up what she said. I hadn't got her anything. I'll be glad I'll put it in front of, Big Schaefer if you want me to, but if he doesn't want you, there's nothing I can do there. But anyway, I see Sky's she's so good on your team because she's so versatile. Whenever I take Allie Beckley out of the game, I put Sky at our one, and we don't lose a beat. She actually, her shot is extremely improved at the moment. I've got to beg Sky to shoot the basketball. Sky wants to drive and kick. She wants to feed the post. She wants to do all kind of stuff to help the team. And when a lot of times helping the team is her getting to the rack and, her shooting the basketball, she's actually leading us in 3-point percentage right now. But I can't get her to shoot enough of them to get a big, she's 7 for 19 on the year, 36%, something like that, which is great. So, I would love her to go on and shoot 63s if we're going to shoot that percentage. But anyway, I see her being just a combo type player. I see her kind of as a 3, but I don't think she'll be used really just as a 3. I think she'll just fit in that 1 through 3 category, rebound, push it, and just shot. She can initiate the offense. She can do a little bit of a lot of stuff, which is what makes her so good, in my opinion.
So Maya, switching to you real quick. Talk to us. You're a junior, and you've seen Sky and get her scholarship in a 4-year, and obviously, I've heard both about you guys are phenomenal academic young ladies. So what are you looking for when you look at in your process? What are you, take us through your process, because I know you have, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 7 to 9 Division I offers already. And so you have a little different process because you have to, take the time to choose between those. Talk us through that.
Well, really, in a college, I haven't really visited many of the colleges that I've gotten offers from. So I'm really just going based off of relationships that I have with the coaches and the coaching staff, period. I'm hoping when everything opens back up to go and visit, and maybe that will, finalize my decision. But other than that, as of right now, I'm just looking for good relationships in a coaching staff.
Okay, when you say good relationship, just take me a little, I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper because you're a 4.0 student, I heard. So I can't just let you go with that. What else, take me a little deeper, and what do you want to see, style of play, a coach you feel comfortable with? I mean, talk to me a little bit about what do you want?
Yeah, a coach. Well, first of all, a coach, that just makes me feel at home. I don't want to coach, because going from Coach Hurd, which I look at him as a dad, going to, something that I'm not comfortable with, I don't think that I would prefer that or like that very much. I just want a coach that, coaches me hard on the court, but then off the court, we have a good relationship with, and I don't want to just have a good relationship with one of the coaches. I want to have a good relationship with all the coaches.
Okay. And this is off subject. I'm going to shock everybody with this question probably, but I have to ask it because I'm the geeker and that's what I do. So Maya, I have to ask you this. This first question is not gonna be too off. What's your favorite music?
I'll say rap.
Do you like country at all?
Not really.
Can you sing?
Not a chance.
Okay, man, you sound like a country singer. I'm thinking that you could just be a phenomenal country western singer. Your voice is distinct, and I was thinking to myself, and then you got the name, Samaya Brooks. Samaya Brooks. Anybody with me? You guys don't have any fun here. Eddie, come on, man. Well, you know what? Eddie, look at Eddie. He's looking like he's the kingpin. What do you have to say to that, Eddie? Come on, King.
Well, Samaya, let me say this, my baby. Don't you worry about him. Listen, I know that Sky Vaughn, dad, is an ex-military guy, he's taught y'all with respect, and I know you come from a very respectful home, and you got a great coach and Coach Hurd that teach you respect. So I know you want to be respectful, but I know you want to talk about this host that's got a purple shirt. So anybody that's got a purple shirt, that it's just hard to give them a lot of respect. But anyway, Scott, Samaya, I got a question for you, sweetheart. And I'm gonna put you on the spot. You're my girl, but I'm gonna put you on the spot. Of the schools that you have right now, do you have any schools that's leading your that's at the top of your list right now, or are you kind of keeping all your options open? Kind of talk about where you're at as far as some of the schools that have offered you. Is there anybody that may be that's maybe showing you a little bit more love and you may be a little bit more interested in at the moment? I'm putting you on the spot, Samaya.
I'm pretty open at the moment. Like I said, I haven't been to any of the campuses yet, so I don't want to put somebody in front of another college just because of a relationship wise. Like, I want to be comfortable at where I am, so I'm pretty open still with everything.
Listen, I knew she. But hold on, Evie, don't say a word. I knew she was.
I couldn't believe you asked that question. But go ahead.
Hey, you know why I asked that question? Because I knew she was going to answer it the right way. If it's just I didn't have the confidence in her, I wouldn't have asked that question. So I knew she'd say the right thing.
Oh, dumb me, silly me, Eddie. You're right. Why would I? Of course. Why would you ask a person like? I'm so silly, but I want to let you know I just got a text and they said, I'm not going to tell you who, but I got a text that said, yes, Evie, she does sound like a country singer. I know what a country singer sounds like. So anyway, Sky, back to you, Sky, real quick. Let's see, I had it right here. Where are we at? Tell me your most memorable game this year so far. Did we have that question already? I don't think I did.
No,
so did we had that already?
No, sir.
Okay. Oh, so you no sir me. Okay, cool. No, sir. I like you. I mean, you guys are geeking here, man. No, sir. Okay. Go ahead, Kai.
Tupelo. Tupelo was the most memorable game this year.
Okay.
Just because they led the game the whole way, and at the end we just had something in us. Hey. Sorry, I'm trying to be still.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to be with you. Okay, good. What about you, Samaya? What's your most memorable game?
Tupelo. It was just a fun game. Like, I haven't had that much fun playing a game in a while. Like I said, the energy was just something about it that just made it fun that day.
Okay. Coach Hurd, talk to me. What's your most memorable game? Just go on down the list.
Well, so far it's definitely got to be Tupelo, just from the, it takes me 15 minutes to get to their gym. And, we all the girls know each other. Me and Coach Justice, we're friends. There's just a lot of common ground there, and that's what me and him talked about before the game. Is they beat us 4 years ago on a late 3 here in our gym, and then we beat them by 4 the next year. It's just kind of an every year thing that even if we had lost the game, I think it would still probably be our most memorable game just because of the competitive aspect from all the kids. I mean, that's just one, when we get the schedule, we mark that game on our calendar that, hey, that's going to be a dog fight and it's going to be fun. And it's a little more memorable, a little more fun because we were able to get the win. That helps.
Yeah, that helps all the time. Well, winning cures a lot of things. Well, you get excited when you win.
It does that.
Samaya, I want you to go first, and then Sky jump in here after this. When she gets done, take me through. We all have been devastated in the country by COVID-19, and I think I heard she may have, maybe Corey said you may have experienced COVID-19 yourself. Have you had COVID? Take us through it, because I haven't had it, and it's so many things, so many rumors, so many people are saying different things about it all across the country, and we have all these numbers, and some of them aren't accurate. They say they feel this way. Take us through a 16, 17, year old young lady. Take me through COVID and how you felt, and compare it to the flu if you would, or just whatever. Tell me your thoughts about it and how it's affected you if it's affected you and how it's affected you mentally or, anything in preparation for the game. And then Sky, you can answer that too.
Well, I play volleyball too. So I had volleyball season comes before basketball. And I started getting quarantined when playing volleyball. So I was missing out, playing with some girls that I grew up with, and I hated it. First time it happened, I was pretty cool about it. I was like, okay. Time went by and I came back, and I'll say like a week or two, got quarantined again. I missed the division championship game for volleyball, and I think I missed 2 more games after that. So then I came back, and that second time it kind of mentally kind of tweaked me a little bit because I was out missing. Like I said, with the girls I grew up with, and volleyball's just fun. It's a fun sport, and I was at home watching them play when I wanted to be out there. So it just mentally it got me out a little bit. It got me out physically too. I didn't want to do anything because I was messed up mentally at the time. I just wanted to sit, and just chill out. So that's what I did, and I came back again, and I had to leave one more time. Got quarantined again, and that third time I couldn't. It was horrible. I didn't want to leave. Go church. Tried everything. I tried everything. My parents tried everything, and it just nothing worked. So I went ahead and I wrote it out. But knock on wood, haven't been quarantined again yet. So I just hope that this keeps going, and I can play basketball like we've been playing.
Okay, for me, I haven't been quarantined at all. But let me take it back to like March and stuff. We got out of school, finishing my junior year. I didn't go back to school. I wasn't practicing basketball. I wasn't doing anything, and mentally that kind of killed me because basketball is my happy place. It's something I really enjoy doing on my free time. Just in the gym, just makes me happy. We didn't get to practice. Then summer ball. Summer ball was my senior year. I really wanted to play summer ball. Summer ball is the funnest part of the season. No plays, just free. See what we got. And I feel like summer ball would have helped us this year with chemistry wise and stuff. But it's kind of weird not having as many fans as we usually do. I'm used to the gym being packed. That's what makes games better, to have more fans. And COVID just came out of nowhere. So, now I'm used to it. It's definitely real, and I'm used to it now. So whatever.
Coach, take us through what your thoughts on COVID-19 and how it affected you as far as preparation as a coach, as a father, leader, all those different things.
Just from the coaching aspect of it, the difficulty is just the not knowing. It's just a matter of time before my administrators comes in the gym and says, "Hey, tell so and so to go get their stuff. They got to go home for 2 weeks. They'll be back." In that amount of time. It's been difficult for our team specifically, chemistry wise. It started off with my point guard got quarantined basically to start our fall practice for 2 weeks. And so, everything, I can count on Allie to do anything I want for 32 minutes. And all of a sudden, we just take her completely out of it for 2 weeks. That was kind of our learning curve, I guess, on how this was going to go. This is back in August. And then, Samaya's been quarantined from us 3 separate times. She's missed, I think, a total of 35 fall practices with us. And, we take Samaya out of there. We're not throwing it in the post very much. And so we got a pretty good style of play going while Samaya's out. And then she walks back in the door, and it's like, we might want to throw it to that girl that led us in scoring last year, and then, we're just having to go back and forth on, developing that chemistry among them. We got some new players too, and that kind of thing. We've been fortunate that we haven't had many players actually get the virus. So we've been extremely fortunate on that end. I've been fortunate myself that I haven't had it that I'm aware of. And our school has been pretty fortunate that we haven't had just a ton. I don't feel like a ton of kids have the virus. I know there are plenty. In the cases say there are plenty. But I guess just for our basketball team, we haven't been extremely affected. We've only had a couple cancellations. So I think I know some other teams that have had it a lot worse than us. So I'm extremely thankful of the situation we've been put in so far, concerning the virus.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Samaya Brooks, what was that covering? This guy, Eric Vaughn, and myself was covering the Starkville game. I know you guys got them as an opponent coming up next. And Eric Vaughn, the podcast director tonight, the guy that's wearing the purple shirt.
First of all, let me stop you, Eddie. I'm a one namer. I'm EB or EB the Geeker. Nobody calls me Eric Vaughn, so you do not have the liberty to call me that. First of all, the only person that calls me Eric is my wife, and her name is Francis. So if it's not going to be Coach EB or EB the Geeker, then you don't address me like that. But anyway, go ahead. Thank you, sir.
Like I said, Samaya Brooks, this Mr. Vaughn guy, he's hero of the moment is what I like to call him. So we're covering a really, really good Starkville and Brandon game on yesterday. I know you guys are getting ready to play them. But he made the comment that Sakama Sewell has the best footwork of any post player in the state of Mississippi. And my words to him is, has he not seen our baby Samaya Brooks play? So what do you think about your upcoming matchup with Starkville, who has two of the better post players in the state that probably nobody knows about? And then also your teammate playing against your teammate, Amaya Ford from Starkville, Dandy Dozen selection as well. What do you say to purple shirt wearing guys like Eric Vaughn, who has no clue about basketball and thinks that there's a post player in the state that's got better footwork than you? What do you say respectfully about people like that? And what's your take on the upcoming game?
On my take on the upcoming game, I'll start off with that. Like I said, I think that Friday night when we played, that we needed that to, go along with our season. So I think we're in a really good place right now. I think that everybody on the team, including Coach Hurd, has full confidence going into this game when we play Starkville. So I think that, we can go and we can win. I think we just need to practice hard this week. Like I said, have good practices, and I think we got it.
I love intelligent, young ladies. I have 3 daughters myself and a beautiful wife of 26 years. And I just love when, people speak intelligently, unlike other people I know. Court, you have anything for any questions that you want to add or any comments on this?
I just keep it with going for the game against Starkville. Coach, what adjustments y'all had to make from that Tupelo game that kind of had y'all kind of slow in the first 3 quarters that you were making come out and try to come out victorious against Starkville?
Well, I'll be honest. We like to play fast. That is our style of play. We want to get up and run. But like you said at the beginning, 1 through 10, Tupelo does have more horses than us. They are more athletic than us across most of the board. And I didn't think that we could play that style for 4 quarters against them and still have anything left in the tank to even try to get it done at the end. So our plan was just to trade blows with them the whole game, and hopefully at the end, I think we had good enough players to get it done. But that wasn't exactly working as we planned, and Tupelo, had some big buckets on us, hit some big shots. And so we went in the 4th quarter, and we were coming out the 4th, and I was like, look, we're down 10. What's a couple bad shots going to hurt us? What if we get up and we get after them right here? You tell me the worst thing that's going to happen. We're down 10. What do we get down 20? What's the difference in getting beat 10 or 20? We're going to go down swinging with our best effort. So we jumped up and we pressed them the whole 4th quarter, and we, got them to take some shots that we wanted. And, the press allowed Haley and Florence, they had to handle the basketball. And the good thing is they weren't the ones shooting the basketball. In my opinion, I don't want Haley Traylor shooting spot up threes. And so that, we got some shots that we wanted, had a couple fortunate foul calls, and, we just got the pace like we wanted it, and we made some big shots down the stretch. But then, as far as adjustments, though, Starkville is a whole different style team than Tupelo. They don't look to pound it in the post a ton. Tupelo doesn't, but they got great guards. I'm sure Starkville, I hadn't seen them at all. I don't know anything about them except for I know Amaya Ford can play. And so, I know we got to expect a big game out of her, and we're going to, we're obviously going to do our best to slow her down. But I have heard about these post players, that can play, but we're going to have to check out a couple of these films recently.
They are tough, Coach. I don't normally enter, but they got 2 post players. Go ahead, EV. Just go ahead, man. We don't have to be cartoon. Go ahead and tell Coach what you're up against.
I ain't saying that. I'm just showing you what they're gonna be doing. I'm letting Samaya know what's gonna be happening. You see them big shoulders? I'm letting Sky know they're gonna be busting up them side the head. That's all I'm letting them know. Like when Sakima come at you. I mean, I love how she gets wide and post up, got good hands. I can't wait. Where the game gonna be played at? Where is it gonna be at?
At Pontotoc.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a home court advantage there. Well, Sky, I was just getting ready to say something, and then I was just gonna see what y'all was gonna say, but y'all gonna be mad at me. But I guess I'm gonna take Sky, let me ask you this. If I said to you, I'm gonna take Starkville by 2, what do you say to me?
I have full confidence that we're gonna win Friday. So whatever, we have 2 different opinions, but I'm telling you what I feel like.
I love that. What about you, Samaya?
Like I said, I already know we're gonna win. I mean, y'all can talk about the post players or whatever, but I know my ability and I know what I'm able to do. So,
you know what? I just tapped into something right there. I heard a little shift in I heard a little bit. I heard something right there. You've been professional the whole time, but I heard just a taste of what we call HOOD come out of there. You want to let me know, like, no, and then you got your tongue hang. I got daughters. You want to go on, but I like how you play this.
I got Pontotoc by 8 in that game.
Got Pontotoc by 8.
Last time I seen Starkville play, they got pretty. That was last year now, but they got tore up by Hernando, I think, in a playoff game. And I don't know if they changed the players who graduated or what, but they didn't look very good. And Pontotoc reminds me of that Hernando team from last year. They had all them Alyssa Greer and all them on the squad. So I think I got them by 8.
Well, I just got some controversy started. They already like smile, looking at me crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and say 2 by 2. Now, Eddie, what you say? Who you gonna say?
First of all,
always got a first of all.
Well, let me just say this. Those post players that Starkville got, those girls, if y'all watching the show, y'all played a phenomenal game. But let's just put things in perspective now. They did play against Hillary Howard, who I love. I love Hillary Howard. She's a sophomore post player for Brandon. And then I can't remember the other kid from Brandon, but she's an inexperienced post player. So before you start to endorse them, EV, and before I know how you get excited about them, and they are really good and tough, no doubt. I was impressed. Coach Hobel was impressed. Every single body in the stands was like, who are these post players and where did they come from? But they ain't played against the Samaya Brooks yet. So, before we start to ordain them, let's see them go up against a bona fide top 5 to 10 player in the state of Mississippi. So I definitely like Pontotoc. I got a chance to see Pontotoc play a couple of times this year. Again, I'm torn. I mean, Samaya Brooks is my baby, obviously, and Amaya Ford is my baby as well. Of course, I'm gonna be pulling for both of them to do extremely well. When the dust settles, don't get mad at me, Amaya Ford, if you're watching. But when the dust settles, I think what's going to happen. I'm just going to make a prediction because y'all know I'm Nostradamus. So what's going to happen, it's going to be a really, really close game. But I think the difference in that game is going to be because Starkville is going to stay in that stubborn, slow-paced game, And I just think that I really think the way that Michaela Board can shoot that basketball, she's going to extend that game. And I think Board's going to be the difference in the game. They're going to have to play, in the Brandon game, the Brandon shooters were off and they were able to stick to that zone and play the percentages. But I think if Michaela Board is getting those looks that Marley Freeman got, Evie, and Tandria Minor, if Board get them looks, man, it could get out of hand pretty quick. But I think it's a really good game that I think that'll be really close. Pontotoc gets 3 points for being at home in that environment. I got Pontotoc by 5.
Okay, great. So here's all I'm saying is this. I plan on coming to the Tangle on the Trail. Okay, isn't that in Pontotoc?
It is.
Okay, I just need to know that you guys are going to still welcome me with arms. Are y'all going to give me big hugs when I come there, even if Starkville gets you? Are y'all going to be mad at me? Because I'm just doing my job,
No
cause
hard
We'll
feelings.
hook you up with the best food in our concession stand, whatever we got.
yes, sir. Hey, you can. Now, Kyle, did you think I like to eat? Can you just tell I like to eat a little or something?
We got something in common here.
Okay. So, Maya, you going to be mad at me now when Starkville pop that head? I'm just asking.
Yes, no.
Sky, you gonna be mad?
No hard feelings.
Okay, cool. I didn't hear you, Samaya. What you say?
I said, I guess not.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Hey, I just want, and then Coach Hurd already said he's gonna be because here's the thing, man. I wish all of you guys well, and I think that I've enjoyed just even pronouncing pronouncing the name of your school, Pontotoc. Every time I get ready to spell it, like it pops up spell check. I'm spelling it Pontoc. Ponytoc, pony. I don't know why. The fact that y'all go to a school like that with that name, it's just a blessing in itself. Sky, real quick, tell me your GPA.
3.7.
3.7. ACT?
19.
19. What about you, Samaya?
4.0.
4.0. ACT, you taking that?
I have, but when I took it, I haven't had all my classes. COVID cut all my classes out, so I haven't taken my maths that I needed or my Englishes that I need. And
okay, gotcha. Well, that's exciting, man. That you guys got great grades like that. It definitely means you're gonna, you're eligible to play at that next level. Great academics are so important. And Eddie spoke so highly of both of you coming in. He said you guys are well spoken. I know Cord, and talking to him, being our up north guy, he spoke well of, he'd even spoken highly of you, Coach Hurd, and Pontotoc and the team. And so we are so happy that you guys have joined us. Eddie, do you have, or Cord, do y'all have anything else you would like to ask them before as we get ready to, wind down? You guys have been just phenomenal guests. You guys have a future in front of the camera. Even, Sky, I love how you do the shimmy shake in your chair. All of that's great. So, Eddie, Corey, y'all got anything that y'all want?
Do y'all play Tishomingo again, Coach?
We don't, but if we happen to, and we are looking forward to a second round if that happen to work out in the playoffs down the road.
Ooh!
Because they y'all 4A, right, Coach? I know y'all not in the same district with Tishomingo. Eddie made a bold prediction.
Thank you, Cord. He put
and I ain't gonna
put him on the spot. Thank you, Cord.
I just want to start that little rumble up.
They're
state champions, or they come out the north. So,
hey, look, one thing about it, y'all know me. Listen, I'm very, very honest. I'm honest with my daughter. I'm partial to Coach Hurd. I love Coach Hurd. I love Sky Vaughn, Angela Middleton, Samaya Brooks is my baby. I love all of y'all. But I do believe, seeing the Tishomingo game, I talked to Coach Hurd about that after the game. Tishomingo they're not 20 points better than Pontotoc. It's one of those things where I made that prediction based on the matchup. When I think about the overall matchup, I think they're probably the one team that matches Pontotoc from top to bottom. Not saying that Pontotoc can't win the game, but if I had to choose based on what I saw, And I stand by that, Coach Hurd. Tisha Mingo right now, I think is your 4A state champions, in my opinion.
Ooh. Now I just said Starkville. Now I need to hear from.
Now you got on me about the Tupelo loss and all that.
Talk to me about that, Sky. And then Samaya, you talk, and then Coach Hurd. We got to hear. Talk to me. Talk to us about that.
They're definitely not 20 points better than us. Definitely not.
I agree.
We should have won that game, I feel
like. Okay. You know, he just said that he sees them as state champions. Anything you want to say to him? You know?
I see us as state champions this year.
Okay, cool.
We missed out on it my last 2 years, and we shouldn't have. So I feel like this year, it's the year.
Samaya?
Yeah, they're not 20 points better than us at all. Like we found ourselves Friday, and like I said, all of our leaders finally stepped up in that game. We just weren't where we needed to be. So.
And listen, Pontotoc took a 5-point lead into the halftime. I think Angela Middleton was in foul trouble too. She's a big piece to. I know we got Sky Vaughn and Samaya on the show, but man, Angela, she's going to East Central. She's going to play for a really good coach and Coach Williams. She's a big. I'm not sure Sky. I didn't have Sky. I'm sorry. I didn't have Angela Middleton for any points that game. I don't think she scored a bucket in that particular game. Coach Hurd, you could maybe correct. I know you got the official stats, but I was trying my best to keep them. I don't think Angela scored at all. I definitely think that it's a winnable game for you guys and everything like that. But you know, right now I'd say they are. I know you guys have had some ups and downs this year, but I think right now they're the best team in 4A. But go ahead, Coach. What's your take on my bold prediction? Don't delete my number out your phone. You know, I just keep it raw and real.
Maya got that little smirk on her face, like, okay, Coach Young.
I will say that after a 19-point loss and in a 15-minute drive from here, I don't think there's much we can say at the moment. You know, I mean, we took it on the chin. We got what we earned that day. You know, we did not play up to the standard that I hold our team to, that I think our players hold our team to. You know, and right now, when you just get beat 19, there's no way for me to sit here and say, hey, you know, we're better than Tishomingo. But I will just put it this way, that I will take my team and put it up against any team in the state. You know, you may beat us. That's perfectly fine. But, you know, I'm not afraid to take my team and go play against the number one team in the state, if whoever that is. You know, so if there's a game to be had, we'll be glad to show up and play it. And if it's Tishomingo, we're looking very much forward to that matchup again.
Coach, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate you, Sky and Samaya, because here's the thing. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. You should feel that way. You should be, you know, like I can't stand these coaches and players that because they get in front of media, they want to be politically correct. You should expect to win. That says a lot about you. Should say, you guys said the exact thing that I would be saying to Coach Young. Yeah, we expect to win. They're not 20 points better than us. They beat us that day. That's how it should be. You should have the mindset. So don't ever let anybody tell you they have this such thing. And I think they need to get rid of this locker room material. Locker room. We're going to put this on the locker room. Man, I expect to win. That's like, I expect to be the best. That should be your mindset. The Bible says death and life is in the power of the tongue. So you should always be speaking life into everything that you do. So don't ever allow, we having fun here, and we just, you know, it's just good to make it. It's for good television. You know, it's for good YouTube. You know, at the end of the day, if you guys, I want to let you know, if you won the state championship, man, we're going to be just as happy for you as we would anybody else. You know, so it's not that a thing that there's a hate or, you know, anything like that. It's just good little, it's a good geek. We're geeking. That's why it's the Geeker Report. It's the talking in the hoops. And that's why I'm the geeker, you know. So at the end of the day, man, I am so thrilled to hear you say that, and Coach, you said it, you know, and that shows your girls that you have confidence in them, that you can go on the road, go wherever, and you have confidence in your team. And that's how it should be. So even though you have a guy like a clown like Coach. I mean, I'm sorry, no, he's not a clown. He's my man. I just talked about Starkville. He didn't say it state championship gold ball. But anyway, no, you guys. Coach Young, you have anything you want to add as before we let them go?
No, man, just appreciate you, Coach Hurd, and our continued relationship, man, and all that you do for girls basketball here in the state of Mississippi. You got a first class program. There's no doubt about it. Sky Vaughn, been knowing you for a long time. You've been coming up to my camps, still torn and still upset you never got a chance to come play. You can put that Bobcat uniform on, but you still my baby just the same. And if anybody ever called me, I'm going to always vouch for you. Samaya Brooks, you know how I feel about you and our relationship and everything like that. And I definitely wish you guys nothing but the best. Look forward to seeing you. I will be coming up to the Tangle as well. I've got this nice 3-bedroom apartment that me and my wife is rented up in North Mississippi. We love the North area now, so we'll be up there that weekend enjoying some good basketball. And that's one of the better tournaments too, Coach EV. I don't know if you've ever, I know Cord has been
Never
there.
been there.
Oh man, they do a great job. It's a really, really good event. And I'm glad to see that they're going to do the girls first, I think, and the boys, because I know y'all alternated it. Sometimes we have a few girls games, a few boys games, that type of thing. So I think this year, what I saw, Coach, you maybe can help me out. I think the Tangle is going to have girls the first session and then like maybe boys the latter part of the day. EV, I know you cover both girls and boys. It's definitely a can't miss event. I mean, it's first class, man. It's one of the best events in the state of Mississippi, no doubt. So I'm excited about coming up that weekend and looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, I plan on being there. I'm gonna probably spend the night at Coach Hurd's house. We'll talk about that later. Get me. We're gonna have some, just kick it, and I don't drink or smoke or anything like that, so I'm gonna stay out of the way. So I'm a Christian guy, man. I'm actually a minister, so I'm not gonna do any of that. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm gonna come kick it, and then we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna be on the front row, wherever the front seat is. I'm gonna be right there and cheering and being excited, writing, tweeting, all of that. So do you guys, we have this thing that we call the last geek as we get ready to close. And what that is we want to give everybody an opportunity to share some last words before we close here tonight. So it's called the last geek. And so we'll start with you, Samaya, and then go to you, Sky, and then Coach Hurd, and then Cord, Eddie, and myself.
Well, I just appreciate y'all having, us on here. I enjoyed talking with y'all, and I thank Eddie for all he's done for me, and always being on my side with everything, and Coach Hurd, and everybody that's been there from day one for me, my parents. So yeah.
Tell me your parents' name real quick, since you throw them in there. You want to give them a shout out.
Lamisha and Michael Brooks.
Miss Brooks, the Brooks, Lamisha and Michael. Hello. You have an awesome daughter. Sky, your turn.
Like she said, I just thank you for having me. Give me this opportunity to talk to y'all today. And just want to thank everybody, Coach Hurd and Coach Young. Even though I didn't play for you, you still helped me in some ways. That's about it. And my parents, of course, too.
Parents' names?
Angela and Greg Vaughn.
Angela and GV, Greg Vaughn. GV. See, I'm EV, he's GV.
GV, yeah. He likes to be called that, actually.
See, I'm prophetic. Coach Hurd.
They kind of covered it. I appreciate all y'all. I'm extremely proud that I have, contacts with Cordarius, with Eddie. I talked to both y'all for, different periods of time, and I appreciate everything y'all are doing, for just the AAU scene. I love to see both of y'all getting involved with our Northeast Mississippi kids, kids statewide. And EV, me and you don't know each other well. We've talked kind of maybe sparingly on Twitter and that kind of thing in the past. I'm looking forward to building a relationship with you, and anything y'all guys need on my end, y'all feel free to contact me anytime.
Appreciate that, Coach. Cordarius.
Well, it's my turn, huh? Well, I was just gonna leave with this. I appreciate Samaya, Sky, and Coach coming on. It was good talking with you all. But I know it's Christmas, but it's 'tis the season. Everybody trying to make their bid on these kids out here, parents. Make the right choice for your kid. It's AAUC to make the right choice for your kid. Don't believe the hype too. I'm out. Don't believe the hype, dog. Twitter blowing up, Eddie.
Hey, look. So clear that up, Cordell, because you know that a lot of people probably think you took a shot at me right there. So clear that up,
Yeah.
so people don't.
I don't take shots at nobody. I'm Little Dog. That's my nickname. I'm taking a ride with it. I'm the Little Dog. I remain the Little Dog if I got a Nike deal. But guess what? I'm gonna make your child the best player they can be on the court when they get with me. Because I'm a mental coach. I played the game. I understand the game, and I can develop them. So that's my little bid since I'm on this show. Evie, I appreciate y'all. 'Tis the season.
I appreciate the court. Look, man, it's a pleasure having you girls on the show. Again, like I said, y'all have a first-class program and a first-class director, and Coach Hurd, who I think is one of the better coaches we have. We've been blessed with a really good guy in him, a family man, and a lot like myself. Just watching you improve over the years, Skyvon. I'll start with you. Is it just is amazing to see you be able to develop a three-point shot and listen to your percentage. I had no idea you were shooting a higher percentage than Michaela this year and stuff like that. And I talked with Coach Hurd. You say you either. And I talked with Coach Hurd too after your game and stuff about that shot in Tishomingo. You shot it like, hey, look, this is what I do. So for me, when I'm evaluating kids, I'm always looking at when I see you in the summer and then I see you in the fall, what have you improved on? And then when I see you again, so each time I've watched your game, I've watched you improve, and it's always been a joy to watch you play. I look forward to seeing you at the next level. You'll be a little bit closer to me at Mississippi College. So if you need anything, you actually seconds away from EV. He could throw a rock and hit Mississippi College, but don't call him. Call me if you need anything while you're here in Jackson. And so Samaya Brooks, I just definitely appreciate you coming on board and being a part of my AAU program. I don't normally fight about too many kids, but if Cordarius or any of these other AAU guys try to take you away from me, I will be knocking on their door, and you'll be the first kid I fought over. So I just so it can be known, if anybody's trying to take my baby away from me, not just because of her, not because of the basketball player that you are, Samaya, but you're such a respectful young lady. Evie's gonna probably say I'm geeking, but I'm being sincere. You're a very respectful young lady, and all of the college coaches that I've talked to have nothing but great things to say about you. And one coach said, man, she is a pleasure to talk with. They say they could talk to you every day. And don't get discouraged about the 2022 class. I know that's a class that a lot of kids, and I'll say this too, for all of the class of 2022 kids that are hearing all of the horror stories about, the NCAA extending. So you guys, for some of you that don't understand, the NCAA extending an opportunity for the seniors this year to return because of COVID and the situation that's going on. I just get a call every day from college coaches saying, I don't know what I'm going to do about some of the 22 prospects you have, Coach Young. They want to be totally transparent with me. But every coach that I've talked to in terms of you, Samaya, said, we're going to make sure that she's going to be good. So for all you 2022 kids, I just ask you to be prayerful. You can't miss what God got for you. We're living in some unprecedented times. And again, don't make a hasty decision based on someone pressuring you. Just make sure that you stay in God's will, and his will is always perfect. Those are my parting shots. I will respect the man with the purple shirt. I won't call him that name that he doesn't like. Evie the Geeker, appreciate you, buddy, for having us on tonight. Cordarius, man, it's always a pleasure, my brother, hoping we can put this thing together and just take over this state of Mississippi as well as taking over this country, because we got some really, really good basketball players here in Mississippi. Evie, I got about 10 more seconds. So don't you go to getting hasty and want to run my time off. So shout out to my brother, man. He's a big supporter of my show. My brother Tavares Young, he's very supportive, loves the show. Shout out to you, little bro. My nephew Tavion, my sweetheart niece Tamia, and his beautiful wife Trianda. Glad to have y'all watching in and checking us out every week. I'm out.
T Young, baby. We just give you a shout out too, T Young. Hey, listen, my parting shots, usually I just don't say nothing. I just keep it going. You see my son got his hand right there, like he said, no, nothing. You see him like, that's crazy. And this kid. But anyway, here's my thing. I just want to say this. The biggest thing about this show is that we want to do, one of the reasons that we have Eddie Young from obviously Mississippi Play Sports, and he's also the director of Mississippi Bobcats, and and Cordarius, who's the DC Bucks, and we also invited Leslie Tools, who has his own Delta Hoop report, along with Robert Williams from Mississippi Top Prospects. We want to, and since this AAU was brought up, it is important that we unify our state. And so I just pray that we continue to think about those things, because me being I'm with the Geeker Report. My goal is to be an unbiased media source and help everybody. I love Eddie Young. I love Cordarius Young. I love Robert Williams. I love Lester too. I love everybody. And so that's the kind of the thing in my last parting shot that I want to share with people, because at the end of the day, Mississippi is a special state. I was born and raised here, even though I lived abroad for many, many years. The Lord brought me back 4 years ago, and I think that we can do something special. And these guys know that this is what I'm totally all about, and I love everybody. And I think that we have an opportunity to do something here great, and I'm excited about girls like the Samaya Brookses and the Sky Vaughns and coaches like Kyle Hurds of the world. If we would all just find a way to work together, we could change this world. And so for Sky Vaughn, Samaya Brooks, Kyle Hurd, Eddie Young, Cordarius Jones, I'm Coach EV, aka EV the Geeker, saying good night and GOG.